when my dad asked me, where would you like, or what would you like me to do with the last money that we have, I either buy groceries at home or buy a pair of boots. What I promised them at home was, my parents and my siblings obviously, to say, please buy me a pair of boots. Let's take that risk. I don't think I will disappoint the whole family, because we needed to find money again to come all the way from Ventersdorp, change location for the trials at Rau. At that time we were in Rau, around Upton Park area. So I needed to get out of the train from Johannesburg Park Station. Had to walk to Rau. When the hospital, Helen Joseph. Look at the distance from town. As a 12-year-old boy, my dad was carrying me by his hand. I was carrying my boots, saying, I promise not to disappoint, and hopefully things will go well. And hence I'm wearing this special number. It has a meaning also.
What is
it's not just a number. I was the 32nd player to be selected on the day, because when I checked the book, the coach asked me, what's your name? And I was like, Itumeleng Khune. And I was like, oh. Then I checked, he only selected 31. Then he wrote 32. Then he wrote my name. So that's why I've got a special place in my heart for this number. And I'm happy that I've inspired a lot of other goalkeepers around the country. I always see even professionals, sometimes they will say, no, I wished today I would be that side, you'd be that side. But I keep telling them that age is no more on my side. I've had my fair share. But again, I would have loved that. But the fact that, I inspired you to wear that number, it really gives me the pleasure in my heart. And I wish to inspire a lot of other future goalkeepers.
But when you look at these kids at this age,
Skipper, you just told us, you just given us a brief background of how you got to this exquisite Kaizer Chiefs village. For another kid or other kids who are not as privileged as the ones who are here today, just what did it take for you to get to where you are?
I think I always said it took me the triple Ds, the determination, the discipline, and the dedication to what I wanted to achieve. Because like I said, a young man or a young boy from Ventersdorp who didn't have transport money, who didn't have food, who used to sleep at the train station, I needed to make it happen. I needed to even push it as far as I am pushing, because 20 years as a professional footballer, I had a 1v1 talk with our doctor, Dr. Chairman, Kaizer. He also shared the story saying, I broke that record. There's no player who has ever played for so long. And it gives me goosebumps. And I was like, I wish for a lot of the guys here at Kaizer Chiefs to go all the way and break those boundaries, because anything is possible and it's doable, but only if you believe.
Okay, Khune, you came to the trials as a striker.
Yes.
But then things changed.
No, actually I started as a defender.
Okay.
I changed to
tell
being a
us
striker.
that story, just that story.
Now, growing up, I used to eat in the pot.
Okay.
I would wait for my mom to dish up for my siblings, and then I would just decide to eat from the pot, because I would be told I must wash it after.
Okay.
So I started having stomach cramps.
Okay.
So as a striker, obviously I couldn't make it, because strikers are isolated. You have to chase defenders when you don't have a ball. You have to drop with the team. But as soon as you regain position, everyone wants to see a striker inside the box scoring goals. So I could run, but now I would be sitting or standing, holding myself to press the pain so that I don't feel it. So I decided to change my position to being a central defender, because I grew up looking up to Jacob Chizeve, Mohamed Ausep back then. So that's what made me decide to change positions, because I think I'm multi-talented like that. I can play all 11 positions on the field. I can use both my feet, and you could see even the way I pass. Just trap, volley. So I've got that gift of being a skillful goalkeeper, and I had to polish it while growing up, while changing those positions so that it can work to my advantage and to the club advantage.
Then the last one, you once spoke about Argentinian goalkeeper or some
Yeah,
goalkeeper you watched.
Bundesliga, yes.
You watched on Confederation Cup,
2006 World Cup in Germany.
but you also talked about Confederation Cup. Was it the one? You
No,
said?
I never
Okay,
played
it was.
with him.
I'm saying the one that you watched him play.
Yes, it was the World Cup in Germany,
Yeah.
2006.
How did he
I
inspire you?
No, he inspired me a lot because it was my first time seeing a goalkeeper side volleying the ball like that. So I started following his videos on the net, and I started coming to training to practice that. And that's how I fell in love with the skill to say it's a first point of attack as soon as I get the ball. Because, teams drop to defend their own goalposts. But now when you get the ball, then you hit it hard on the ground, beating the first line of strikers, midfielders, and then our strikers have an advantage of having to deal with the defenders, and we scored a lot of goals regarding that. And I continued with the same skill, practicing it at home, not only when I get to work. And I think that's how it just runs in my veins. I always tell them, the guys, that I can do it with my eyes closed.
Yeah, but how important is that for a modern day goalkeeper? I mean,
very important. I think a lot of the coaches have been speaking about it, and they are also searching for goalkeepers like that. Like Bruce can do it, Bunte can do it, Biza can do it, but his strength is throwing. He's got more power with his hands than the kicking.